Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Devil May Cry, starting mission 10, which we're playing as Dante for the first time, so might as well customize, see what we can do here. And it doesn't look like we can do anything, so that's cool. You know what, let's buy this. Why not? Should we go for another one? Why not? Oh, we can buy all of them? Oh no, we have one more after this. Fuck it. Okay. But yeah, so what do I want to talk about? I was still talking about my gaming history, essentially. So I was talking about my game collection and everything, and yeah, things. I kind of grew out of it by 2015, and again, grew out of it's probably a weird phrase. It's not really that. It's more so just, again, like, things became tougher to collect, and I just, like, lost interest. To be honest, that was also a point where I got pretty depressed and stuff. So just everything, like, kind of culminated. Like, I just stopped collecting. Like, didn't really care. But I mean, in that 5-year period where I was collecting, that was like the first time I played a lot of, or now some of my all-time favorite games. I played BioShock for the first time then. What is this? Changing weapons. Okay. Okay.
Did that guy really do this?
That looks ridiculous, but fine.
No accounting for taste.
Okay. When did this lady make her first appearance? It's not until Devil May Cry 3, right? But she hasn't even been in the series that long. Okay, why the fuck are we having, like, microphone stuff? Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, as I said, like, during that time, I played some of my all-time favorite games, though. That was the first time I played, really, actually, at this point, still the only time I played Persona 4. As I said, BioShock, that's when I first played Mass Effect. That was also when I first played The Walking Dead Telltale, which is a game that is also very influential for me. Again, another game that is one of the first, games that, like, I cared about narrative in games. And that was the first game that, like, I cared solely about the narrative. Obviously, there was no real gameplay outside of just walking around talking to people in Walking Dead. So that was one of the first games that I played, like, solely for its narrative, and that changed something. I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, okay, this is the thing. So what happened in 2015? After I stopped game collecting, is I got really into film. And when I got really into film, like, I did nothing but watch movies and analyze film for, like, a good, like, what, 2-3 year period? Like 2015 to 2017, right? Pretty much until I got back into collecting again. That was kind of thing. I also got really into comics towards the end of that as well. Around 2017, I got really into comics as well. But really, I mean, that's when my love for narrative really came from. Is from getting really into film. I pretty much watched every movie under the sun, like every movie I had any interest in watching. Like, there are still some movies that, like, are definitely blind spots I haven't watched yet. And, like, during these last couple of years, I've really slowed down to where, yeah, just the last few years, film has been on the back burner for me. Again, it really made me appreciate narrative, and that's kind of why when I got back into gaming again, back around 2016 was when I eventually bought the PS4, and Black Friday 2016. That's why from that point on, pretty much my love for gaming was coming from its narrative aspect. Again, there are still games I play for the gameplay, and like, yeah, like at that point, my appreciation for narrative was above everything else. And yeah, there's some things in between then too, like so like in that period in between when I stopped collecting and like essentially when I was into movies and stuff, there were still a few games I did play during that time. That was when during that time I did play The Last of Us for the first time. And that obviously was a major influence on me as well. I played, I'm trying to think. I know I played like the Assassin's Creed games a lot still, obviously, like that. I still played Mass Effect. I would replay like Mass Effect 2 and 3 a lot. Played LA Noire for the first time during that period. Played Catherine. Not for the first time, but I remember I played Catherine sometime during that point. Played Enslaved Odyssey to the West at points during that point too. So yeah, again, like that's the sort of stuff I was playing. I was just playing like if I were to play games, which wasn't as often, I was just replaying a lot of games I fucking loved from before that. Like I wasn't playing many new things, and the new things I did play were like Last of Us. But eventually, as I said, I got PS4, 2016. What ended up making it, like, essentially, so, I held out on the PS4, and just because there weren't really many things I was really interested in, but Uncharted 4 did come out. That was supposed to be really good. And the main thing for me that I really wanted is, I knew next year, the essentially reboot of Assassin's Creed was coming out. Obviously now we know it as Assassin's Creed Origins. And at the time we knew it as Empire, but I knew that was coming out 2017, and I wanted to, like, I was super excited for it. I mean, even though my love for Assassin's Creed kind of died off a bit there, where after Black Flag and Rogue, it's like I didn't play Unity and Syndicate for myself. I watched Let's Plays for it, and again, I obviously did not love them in terms of their impact on Assassin's Creed. So, did I go the right way? I think I went the wrong way. Unless this is where I'm supposed to go. No? Okay. Yeah, I think I went the wrong way. So, I was really excited for Origins. And yeah, I mean, I got a PS4 because of that. And obviously started playing a lot of... I got back into gaming, but again, with a completely new mindset now, where it was mostly reliant on narrative and a more like easygoing experience. Like I wasn't looking, like I didn't want to play games for the difficulty, and that's kind of why I'm worried about Catherine. Catherine's a hard as shit game, and I did buy Full Body, and I do plan on playing Full Body at some point in the near future, and I'm kind of worried I won't like it nearly as much now because of its difficulty, but we'll see. And like now I play games for a more casual experience, gameplay wise, but I still want a very strong narrative. That's kind of what I'm looking for in games at this point. That's why I love games like God of War and Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, I should say, and The Witcher even. Yeah, I mean, like my when I got the PS4 though, what ended up happening there is I ended up trading in a lot of shit that Black Friday at Amazon Video Games, which is a local game store, and they actually gave me like a ridiculous amount of credit. And it's like really weird because like I've never been able to get this again, but like they gave me so much credit for like I don't know what the reason was. There were some like more expensive games, but it's like I was expecting like somewhere around like the $60 range for like trading credit. But they gave me like 100 and something, like over 100. And that was like, well, fuck, I might as well buy a whole bunch of PS4 games. So I bought like 12 PS4 games. at that point. And like some of them I played and loved, some of them to be honest I don't think I played even to this point. And like some of them I played and I didn't like. But either way, like I did buy some of those games. Like a game like Watch Dogs was one of those. And like it was a lot of like kind of older titles. Like it was a lot of like games from like 2014, 2015 sort of range. But games that were like there were Buy Two Get One. And also obviously with the trading credit. So it's like I just got a whole bunch of those. Like well, Far Cry 4 was one of those. I'd never played a Far Cry game at that point, so I wanted to try that out. Actually, no, I played Far Cry 2, but I hadn't played like essentially 3. Obviously, is like the main game that expanded the franchise. So I hadn't played a game since then. So Far Cry 4 was kind of the first one for me playing. Didn't perfectly care for it, but either way, what else did I pick up? Am I just backtracking? Oh wait, what was the what's the objective button? It's that one. Okay, so it is this one. What else did I pick up? I got Tomb Raider. That was something actually my parents bought me, I believe. Like, they were just like I know they knew that I bought PS4, so they were like, just pick any like cheap game, so we can give you like something physically as a gift. And I was like, okay, I guess Tomb Raider. So yeah, and I played Tomb Raider 2013 for the first time. That was the first time I ever played that game. Was on the PS4, and obviously really enjoyed it. Really, and then eventually I bought Rise and Shadow, the Tomb Raider. Really enjoyed those games as well, even though I have my issues with them. I mean, I have an issue with all 3 of them, but either way. Uncharted 4 obviously came with my console. That was the bundle I got. I really enjoyed Uncharted 4. I'm trying to think, like, because like I'm trying to talk about everything I played before the start of the channel. Horizon Zero Dawn was one I picked up a bit later. I mean, it didn't come out until obviously next year. But yeah, Uncharted 4 and Horizon Zero Dawn and Mass Effect Andromeda were 2 games I picked up during 2017, and loved Horizon Zero Dawn. Really, I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn was the first like Witcher-style RPG I had ever played. I never played. I didn't play The Witcher 3 obviously until the end of the year, until after even I played AC Origins, and that was actually after I already started the channel. So like, again, Horizon Zero Dawn was the first of those like Witcher-style RPGs that I played, and I obviously really enjoyed it at the time, and that's kind of what made me pretty confident that I would like AC Origins, and pretty confident that I would like The Witcher 3, even though, to be fair, I didn't love The Witcher 3 when I first played it. But that's besides the point. It's this way, right? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, there's that. Mass Effect Andromeda was, I still enjoy it. I had my issues with it, but I've always, like, thought Mass Effect Andromeda has been an okay game. It's not great. It's not to the quality of Mass Effect 2 or 3, but I think it's a solid sci-fi game, and I think if it wasn't a Mass Effect game, I think it would be praised a bit more highly, but that is what it is. I'm trying to think of what else I played during that time. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, but that's kind of a nothing thing. Obviously, I bought all the Assassin's Creed games. I played AC Unity and Syndicate for the first time on my own. So that was something. Oh, that's another thing. I finally got into Telltale during that time, too, because, as I said, I played The Walking Dead Telltale and absolutely adored it, and I've watched Let's Plays of like The Walking Dead 2 and New Frontier. Actually, was New Frontier out at that point? I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was just starting to come out, right? I think. But either way, yeah, like I adored The Walking Dead, but I hadn't played anything else Telltale. Like I hadn't played Tales from Borderlands, which is the game I ended up picking up, and I haven't played. Tales from Borderlands or Wolf Among Us or Game of Thrones, and ended up picking all those up during that time because like Wolf Among Us and Game of Thrones went on sale, I think for like $6 a piece, like the holiday on the end of the year sale, whatever, from PlayStation. So I picked those up, and then Tales from Borderlands I picked up physically and played all those. Really enjoyed them, played them all in a row, and like replay them and all that stuff. And that's when I really got into Telltale. Again, I was already into The Walking Dead, but not into everything else. That's when I got into everything else. Sorry, my throat was getting pretty dry there. Fuck. I'm trying to think what else I really got into at that point. I started playing Watch Dogs. I actually didn't care for Watch Dogs the first time I played it either. It wasn't until a replay a bit down the road that I started to really like Watch Dogs a lot more. Shit. What else is there? Fuck! Game. There we go. Oh, Life is Strange. Life is Strange is another one. I fucking adored Life is Strange. I really got into Life is Strange. I played that game like a billion times over and over again. And again, like, Life is Strange is a game that I fully recognize its flaws. It's not a, like, it has a very, like, faulty narrative. But I still really loved it, and Life is Strange I fell in love with. I played Until Dawn at that point. I didn't particularly care for it. I was actually very underwhelmed by Until Dawn, but that was a game I was like super excited for when I first got the PS4, and I played that obviously. Trying to think of what else. I know I got Ratchet and Clank. I don't think I didn't play it though until when I played it on the channel, which was like almost 2 years later. Trying to look at what else. Fuck off, man. There's like points where I'm like pushing the move, like the L stick towards like a fucking thing, but like it won't move for some reason, or like it won't move as fast as I want it to. So like we're just attacking nothing when like I'm actually intending us to be attacking the target that we're pointing towards. Fuck off! And again, that's another situation. Yeah, and then like since then, pretty much you've seen everything else I've talked about game-wise. Everything I've played game-wise. Again, like since mid 2018, every bit of gameplay I have played has been recorded. Like literally everything. Now, how much of it is still on the channel? That's a bit up for debate, but every bit of it's at least been recorded. Like again, I did start certain Let's Plays that I did end up deleting just because, like, didn't finish them or whatever. Like the Skyrim playthrough from pretty recently, the Borderlands playthrough from pretty recently, the Devil May Cry playthrough from pretty recently. Those are actually unlisted right now. I probably will end up deleting them just for sake of like continuity of what I've been doing. But for right now, they're just unlisted just because I need the footage for the Devil May Cry video. And I just haven't downloaded it yet, so yeah. But yeah, Skyrim, Borderlands, Another World was one. Thief is another playthrough I started and stopped. Try to think of what else. there's obviously others. Shit. Fuck off. Fuck off. Thank you. Fuck. What else was there? Song of the Deep is another one that I played part of and then stopped. Yeah, I don't remember what else, but either way, and as I said before, there are some games that I played off channel, like Nier Automata, Persona 5, Batman Telltale, Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale, and then Yakuza Kiwami I played part of. Fuck. But most of everything else has been on the channel. Oh yeah, I did play, obviously my first playthrough of The Witcher was off the channel. So again, most of what I played over the last few years is on the channel, so. Yeah.
Getting close.
I started off the channel taking it seriously. I started off the channel expecting it to, like, the initial plan for this channel was it was going to be a mix of my game collection channel, but also mixing in elements, but also mixing in Let's Plays. Because I've been wanting to do Let's Plays for a while at that point. And obviously I completely dropped the game collection part of it and switched solely to Let's Plays. I mean, I do still do pickup videos, like every, like, I mean, it's been, like, I did the Black Friday one, but since then it had been a year, and I do plan doing, like, essentially, I'm gonna do a PS4 collection video every year. That's kind of what, or I mean, at least for this next year. I don't know if I'll do one for I might do one for 2020, but I think beyond that, it might be done because it's like obviously PS5 will be the main console at that point. But I'll at least do one this year, and then probably, or actually, I should say for 2021. Yeah, but either way, you get the point. At the beginning of each year, I've done a pickup video. Or PS4 video. Collection video. I'll continue that this year. But yeah, I think this channel though really helped me expand my gaming horizons in a way. Where there's a lot of games that, like, I think if it wasn't for me playing games constantly on this channel, then I wouldn't have played. Like, I think that things like Inside and Limbo, I think are two games that I fucking adore, that I don't know if I would have taken the time to play them if I wasn't, like, constantly playing games on the channel. And I think same thing with, like, something like a couple of those indie games, like a Virginia is a game I really enjoyed, and I'm trying to look at, like, the physical collection, see if there's anything there. Ratchet & Clank is one of those that I really enjoyed. Gravity Rush is one of those that probably is a similar sort of situation, where it's like, I don't know if I would have put time into it if it wasn't on the channel. But I mean, like, this channel's definitely motivated me to finish games more often. I do think less so now.
It's him.
So this is the beginning of the story, right? Obviously, I think less so now than when I started the channel, but still, I mean, like, I'm still have more incentive to finish a game at this point.
Well, well. Oh, king of stench and filth. I'm impressed. Those are two of the most badass women in the world. And I only know one other guy who can defeat them. Jackpot.
Dante.
How sometimes you just do this boss down.
You shall regret your existence.
Well, we're supposed to lose, right? You can't move off to the story, so it's like... Yeah. Yeah, even since like the time that I started this channel, I feel like there are like still games that I play that like really changed the way I look at narrative. Like things like God of War, things like Red Dead Redemption, things like The Witcher 3, things like fuck, I had another one in my head that Shenmue, Metro even. Okay, so this is okay. Okay, so we're back to being after. Yeah, okay. Even Horizon Zero Dawn, obviously the Assassin's Creed series has always been an influence for me narratively. Like, I mean, Uncharted 4 is another one, Last of Us. I mean, there are, like, games that, even Detroit, to a degree, I mean, there's things from Detroit that are fucked, though, but it's still Detroit. Like, but overall, like, there are still, like, there are games that really do influence me narratively, that I've played more recently as well. Near Automata also. Persona 5 also. Okay.
This is a bad move! Go! You're just dead weight!
1 month ago.
That bastard called me dead weight! I didn't come all this way for nothing!
Oh yeah, I forgot this was a month ago. I forgot about that. I mean, I would really like to get back to writing my story. I just haven't had time. I've been really busy, obviously, with my other channel, and then I've been trying to play through games for this channel, on this channel, for my other channel, and obviously work and some other circumstances. Like there's just a lot of stuff going around right now where I just don't have time to actually finish to get back to writing. I would like to at some point, though. Because I have a lot of ideas. I would like to change up the narrative. I mean, the thing is just completely
The Devil Sword Sparta no longer serves a purpose. I have plans for the both of you. You will exist to give me strength. How fortunate to serve such divine purpose.
Yeah, I mean, what was I saying? Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I think Shenmue 3 really, or Shenmue, like the series of Shenmue has really, gave me a couple ideas that I wanted to implement as well.
Wait, I'm not done talking.
And Red Dead also. Because like last time I haven't like done any writing since like early 2018,
By the
right?
way,
I think.
I guess I owe you
So
one.
again, like there's been a lot of games I've played since then. And like obviously other things like Avengers and whatnot, and Watchmen is another one that I definitely am very. I do feel like I'm gonna put more influences from those things into it, but we'll see. That's it for this episode. Next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on. But for now, thank you for watching.